This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, I'm Megan Shepard. It's great to have you with us. Topping news, the Grand Bahama Health Services commissioning new state-of-the-art equipment today. The digital mammograph machine is another positive step in the fight against breast cancer. Tonight, Joan Davis-Roll takes a closer look at this new development.
Its colors are a clear indication that it's not your run-of-the-mill diagnostic facility, but is being called a center of hope. The new mammography unit established at Davies House on Nansen Avenue, Freeport. According to Senior Assistant Hospital Administrator Sharonette Novel-Smith, this is a new day for healthcare on Grand Bahama as a breast cancer surveillance program is launched.
We intend to create this room to become a conversational piece. These are persons who are going to be now becoming persons who are going to spread the message of hope, because a change has come for us in Grand Bahama. We thank the government of the Bahamas for this initiative, and we say that, listen, they knew where to make the change. They knew where to create the atmosphere of hope for the women, our precious women of the Northern Bahamas.
Mrs. Noble-Smith says the center, which came together in less than 2 weeks, is a vision born out of tragedy.
A friend of mine died of breast cancer. She left behind a 3-year-old daughter that was raised by her sister. So that friend of mine, that daughter, knew not mother, not father, but today she's a successful Bahamian woman. She will tell you that she gets her mammogram done every year. She will tell you that she does her screenings every year. That's where the inspiration came from.
With Grand Bahama having a high rate of breast cancer cases, medical officials say the specialized unit, which features a Selena 2D full-field digital mammography system, is designed to deliver exceptional sharp digital images with excellent contrast and consistency, and puts Grand Bahama on the cutting edge of technology.
This technology actually is the first time that we have a 3D mammography. 3D mammography has similar to that of CT scan, wherein the X-ray rotates around the breast for about 15 degrees. And the thing is, because of this raise in technology, this allows us to see more of the breast tissues, especially if the breast is so big, dense. This is the best type of imaging that we could see.
Now, we have a high number of cancer cases here at the island of Grand Bahama, and breast cancer is one of them.
Yes, actually it's second to the prostate cancer, the breast cancer in the Bahamas. And it started a little bit early, although we considered that our people here as affected too early, and we still have undergoing study to why the breast cancer is prevalent in the early stage between the age of 20 to 40.
Joan Davis-Roll, ZNS Network News.
In other health news, the Okeanos Heart Institute is slated to begin operating on Grand Bahama early next year. The company's mission is to bring a new standard of care and better quality of life to patients with coronary heart disease using cardiac stem cell therapy. This week, Okeanos met with members of the community to give an overview of the proposed stem cell therapy. Chief Medical Officer at the Okeanos Heart Institute on Island to explain the process of regenerative medicine. He says that those in medicine must find new ways to help those that cannot be helped through mechanical ways in the bigger arteries of the heart. He says for decades doctors believed that the heart had all of the cells it needed at the time of birth until recently.
The body does have an ability to replace some cells as they are damaged over time. Unfortunately, we don't have the ability to regenerate cells as fast as we can damage them. And unfortunately also, as we get older, our ability to heal is not as good. So this is really the crux of where stem cells come in, because they play a major role in the healing of that tissue.
Walpole says that stem cells are found in embryos and adults, but that they are not found in adults in large numbers. He says the purpose of the cells are to help in the healing and repairing process of tissues as they are damaged.
They're located in a lot of places in our bodies. They are certainly present in bone marrow. That's the place we've seen them early on in our research. But as time has gone by, we've realized that they occur in a number of other places in our bodies. Fat tissue is actually a place where there are thousands of times more stem cells than even in bone marrow. And think about that for a moment. Why would you have a lot of stem cells in fat? Well, when you gain weight, what does your body got to do? It forms new fat cells. The fat cells have to have a blood supply to remain viable. And so the body has a mechanism for forming new blood vessels to support fat tissue.
Now, of those locations, Walpole says that they will focus on adult fat stem cells only, and the process can be done in one day.
The good thing about adipose tissue is because, as I mentioned, there's so many, we can get them out easier. Fat is a lot easier to get to than bone marrow. And when we aspirate fat, like in liposuction, we actually have enough to do whatever we're doing without having to expand them in culture. So we can go in, do a simple liposuction, just like people have all the time to take away a little extra fat here and there. We spin that down to just getting the tiny plug of stem cells, and those can be then re-injected the same day.
The driver of a gray Honda Accord and his passengers sustaining serious injuries in a traffic accident. The mishap occurred in the area of the Grand Bahama Sports Complex shortly before 3 o'clock this afternoon. Police say the accident occurred when the right rear tire blew out and the driver lost control of the car and crashed into trees. Driver and passenger were both ejected through the window. Police on Grand Bahama are continuing investigations into this serious accident. Stay with us. The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition continues after this.